Before we take up previous business, I'd like to ask for a motion to take Resolution 831 out of order. Is there a motion by Mr. Demolowitz, second by Mr. Feeney? All those in favor of taking 831 out of order? Aye. Unanimous. Clerk, please read Resolution 831.
Appointing a county legislator to represent the 16th Legislative District.
Mr. Feeney?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I rise and ask everybody's support for Maggie Alex to fill the vacancy and create the 16th district. As most of you know, Maggie is a dedicated public servant with over 20 years of experience serving her community. A graduate of Siena College, Maggie's extensive career in capital region included time as a senior policy analyst for the Albany County Legislature, the Director of Real Property Tax Service Agency for the county, and so many years spent serving as Commissioner for the Albany Water Purification District. Most notably, Maggie held many different roles in her hometown of Green Island, including Director of Parks and Recreation, Chief Executive Officer for Green Island Industrial Development Agency, and most recently, Executive Assistant to the Mayor. Such a successful career in public service and a wealth of knowledge and experience, I know that the residents of the 16th Legislative District will be well represented in the legislature. On behalf of the members of the county legislature, we congratulate you, Maggie, on your appointment and look forward to working with you.
All those in favor, Mr. Ethier.
Yes, I want to take the opportunity to welcome a longtime friend and her family. And I'm very proud of the Coles Democratic Committee, Green Island Committee, the One Week Committee, to replace Sean with somebody who's going to be more successful than Sean.
All those in favor of Resolution 831? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Unanimous. Welcome, Maggie Alex, please. Hold on 1 second. In my excitement, I neglected to ask the clerk to please call the roll. Maggie, hang on.
Beston. Bergdorf. Clay. Clary. Collins. Camiso. Conway. Cunningham.
Here.
Demolowitz. Drake. Efacoro. Ethier. Feeney. Fine. Grimm. Andrew Joyce. Ray Joyce. Kuhn. LaRilliard.
Here.
Lakakis. Lockhart. Murriello. Mayo. McLaughlin. McLean Lane. Miller. Petto. Purley. Pulaski. Reedy. Reinhardt. Ricard. Robinson. Rosano. Simpson. Smith. Whalen. Willingham. 36 present.
And once again, all those in favor of Resolution 831 appointing Maggie Alex to the 16th Legislative District? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Congratulations, Maggie. In In accordance with the Public Officers Law, Section 10, the clerk of the legislature will now administer the oath of office, and I do invite Maggie's family and friends to join us up at the podium.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Maggie Adams, do solemnly swear
I, Maggie Alex, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of Albany County Legislator
the duties of the Albany County Legislator
according to the best of my abilities.
according to the best of my abilities.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
You can go ahead in front.
Clerk, please record legislator Alex in the attendance for the meeting. Next, I'd like to take Resolution 829 out of order. Can I ask for a motion to take it out of order? Mr. Demalowitz, seconded by Mr. Feeney. All those in favor of taking Resolution 829 out of order? Any opposed? Any abstentions? The resolution is unanimous. Clerk, please read Resolution 829.
Appointment of election commissioners.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Mr. Bergdorf.
Yes, unfortunately, I have a little bit to say on this resolution. It's a bipartisan resolution, has a Republican commissioner and a Democratic commissioner. And I would die for the right for each party to make their own nomination. So I'm going to vote for this. But you know how when people say to you, they're voting while holding their nose? I'm voting by holding one nostril closed. Because there's one commissioner who is a proven professional, a leader of election law folks across the state of New York, who has a long-standing knowledge base, and is a thought leader in election law. And there is a commissioner who is not ours, Democratic commissioner, who is a colleague here, who there is some personal history that I think is illustrative that you need to know tonight. In 2017, that commissioner was running for Town of Colony clerk. I was involved in an independence primary. And as part of that campaign for the independence primary, after election night, they chose
to sue Julie Gandler, her husband, her mother, her I think her sister, a couple of her friends, and myself and my wife, and now Democratic Judge David Green, for fraud. Fraud. We were accused of fraud. That's what it said in the newspaper, accused of fraud. My kids called me up to say, Dad, what did you and Mom do that was fraudulent? Why are they writing about you in the newspaper because of fraud? Well, we were helping a friend collect absentee ballots for people in my district who I knew would support Julie Gandler. So what happened? This other candidate sent private investigators into my district on a Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m., knocking on doors to accost voters who would cast absentee ballots. Traveling seniors were going to be out of town. A mom visiting her sick son in Boston. A woman who's a visiting nurse who travels all around the state of New York. College students who are away at college. A caregiver for infirm seniors. They sent private investigators to see these people. And it told them that they had done something illegal by trying to vote. They did something illegal. They then subpoenaed these people to go to court. People who have jobs, who had legitimate reasons to vote by absentee ballot, and these people now had to answer to the court, and in some instances go to the court, and supposedly they were supposed to get a fee for being a witness. In many instances, that fee was never paid by the, or may have been paid way late when the issue was going to go public, that these people had not been paid. So, they sent subpoenas, they didn't pay witness fees, and then it was thrown out of court. It was thrown out of court. Now, in addition to me and my wife and Julie and Eric Gansel, and my mother and their sister and friends who were working on a campaign, you know who else they sued? They sued Albany County. Rachel Bloody, Matt Klein. And it cost the county money to defend itself by saying that these actions were legal, and people had to bring in counsel. I had to bring in counsel to represent myself. The other litigants had to bring in counsel. And we all had to go through this for something that was thrown out of court. So anyway, the long and the short was, all the votes were counted. Nobody was disenfranchised. But that was voter intimidation. That was voter suppression.
Mr. Bergdorf, 15 seconds.
I'll maybe be a little bit longer. I've been holding this in for 7 years.
Clearly.
Okay. And they tried to cancel votes, suppress votes, etc. So I'm not real happy with your choice, who put themselves before the election law and the county. But if that's who you want to have represent you, I'm glad I'll be taking my advice from Rachel Bloody. And for many of you who may be involved in a primary, wonder about the advice you're getting. Because the advice that this person took and acted out was terrible. And aided by some other people in this
You're on
chamber.
5.5 minutes right now.
Okay, and anyway, I'm going to vote yes with one nostril closed. Thank you very much.
Mr. Demolowitz.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Boy, listening to Mr. Bergdorf, I think he made the right choice. I think that, let's keep in mind, Allie's the pick of the Democratic Party. Went through the state committee, went through the executive committee, went through the county committee. All 360 Democratic committee people were there to support Ally. That's our candidate. That's our candidate tonight. We stand 100% with Ally. Mr. Bergdorf, I'd be with you 100%. You want to split them up? I guarantee you, Ally will win. Ally will be voted on. Ally will be appointed because she has the votes. And that's a fact. The simple fact is that these positions are political positions, although you try not to make them political. So let's face it, they are political positions. She represents me and the Democratic Party at that Board of Elections. And I am happy to have Ally there representing me, because she's a fighter, and if there's any issues, any problems, she's going to stand up for me, and she's going to stand up for the Democrats. And the Republicans on the opposite side, I'm sure, is going to oppose whatever she tries to put forward. So I look forward to working with Ally. I wish her all the luck. I think we made an excellent choice as a Democratic Party here in Albany County, and things are going to move forward. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Willingham.
Thank you very much. I echo the comments that have been made by my colleague, Gary Demolowitz here. Allison has proven herself to be not only an able candidate for this position, but has demonstrated what we went through with the redistricting, which needed someone that had knowledge of what redistricting was all about and how it impacted our communities. And she was the one that stepped up to the plate when it came time to make those challenges that were needed to be done. And that's what we need. We need someone that is fit and able and knowledgeable and not afraid to stand up to any challenge that anyone would bring. And I too will say this, she is our candidate. We're Democrats. At our meeting, she got not only the majority, but it was a unanimous decision that put her in as our candidate. And we stand by her tonight. So Allison, tonight we say to you that we are proud to have you as our Board of Elections Commissioner for the Democratic Party.
Before we vote, I also would like to share my congratulations in advance and also align myself with my Democratic colleagues. Allison, we are delighted to be voting you as our Board of Elections Commissioner. You are tenacious, you are knowledgeable, you are a fighter, you know the law, you are an expert researcher, you also know what it's like to be an elected official, and we are thrilled to be voting on this appointment this evening. Ms. Whalen.
Oh, yes. I would just like to congratulate Ally. I've known her a long time, and I think she'll be very effective at the Board of Elections. I also would like to say, I would like to say that thanks to me and the Board of Elections Task Force Committee, there is a lovely fence now around the entire Board of Elections plaza. So hopefully you will be able to do your job there a little more peacefully than other Board of Elections commissioners have done in the past. But enjoy the fence, enjoy your new job. Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Wonderful. All those in favor of resolution, Ms. Rosano.
I happened to be chair of the Democratic Party when this incident occurred, and I was present and made phone calls on behalf of Ally to find out whether or not people were, in fact, in the area. My neighbors who filled out both absentee ballots were mowing their lawn, tending to their garden. Other people that I called were, I want to say, somewhat misled by some of the things that occurred. I was at the hearings for Ally. I don't recall anybody being called to testify. It may have been another hearing, I don't know. But nothing occurred during that proceeding. I don't believe that it was, it may have been thrown out, but I think that at the time it was a legal recommendation to Ally that it was withdrawn. not overruled or dismissed. And the people who did come and were willing to speak at that time on behalf of Ally were more than willing to do so. So I would like to just clarify some of those issues and congratulate Ally on her appointment.
Thank you. Mr. Reinhardt.
I don't live in Colony, so I don't know the story of the details of some of it. But I just want to say, we heard tonight about voter suppression. We've heard tonight questioning the validity of elections. I think that, Ally, I hope in your new role, you will make sure that in Albany County, we do not have voter suppression. We do not have invalid elections. Many times they're challenged and then they're decided that they in fact were fair elections, which I think is generally true. So I hope that in our county, you will take it to heart to make sure that that continues to be the case in Albany County. We do not suppress votes and we do not question legitimate elections. Thank you.
All those in favor, oh,
Yeah.
one more, sorry, Ms. McLaughlin.
Thank you so much. I too would like to rise and congratulate legislator McLean Lane. Over the years, I have come to watch her tenaciousness, her steadfastness. She's unmovable. Whenever we need information, you can't find a better researcher than legislator McLean Lane. And I believe that we can have great confidence that she follows a long line of good and competent commissioners, they're Democratic commissioners at the Board of Elections, and I know that she will just take it to another level, a higher level. So I appreciate the fact that she stepped forward to take on this role, because she could have stayed right here with us. She could have continued in her role here as she has for several terms. So I congratulate you, and I'm here to support you at whatever level that we can. And I have confidence that we're going to have an excellently run Board of Elections, particularly as it relates to the needs of the Democratic Party here in Albany County. Congratulations.
All those in favor of Resolution 829 signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Congratulations, Ally. And I would like to invite Ally and her family, and also invite Assemblyman Phil Steck up to the podium to also say a few words. Thank you for coming.
I think one of the problems working for an assemblyman is the public always assumes that if someone rises up in the Democratic Party, it's because of they have the blessing and support of their boss. And I can say in this instance, that is absolutely not true. I never even knew Ally was applying for this position, and quite frankly, given sometimes the politics of the thing, had I done and made calls for Ally, maybe she wouldn't be standing here today. So just to say a few words about Ally, I got to know Ally when she was running for town clerk in the town of Colony, not in the election that Mr. Bergdorf alluded to, but in a prior election. She was an outstanding candidate, and we were amazed at how well she did running for that. And then, of course, when I went on to the state of New York and the Assembly, Ally was the absolutely correct person to take my place in that district because she had knowledge of the district beyond anyone else, except perhaps her husband, but that's another matter. So, and then Ally, after getting that position by the voters, she had been working for Paula Mahan in the town supervisor's office at Colony, and so to get her to come to my office with her familiarity with constituent issues in the town of Colony was a huge help to us. And I can say that there was no one that I've seen better at dealing with constituent issues of it in any way than Ally. And quite frankly, what is Commissioner of Elections? It's a constituent issue, whether it's elected officials wanting to make sure there's fair elections, or whether it's individuals who want to make sure that they were properly registered or weren't improperly struck from the rolls or things of that nature. And so I would say that Ally will do an outstanding job. And finally, I think it's very important because it was raised by my colleague from the town of Colony that it's very important in the Board of Elections to be vigilant against all kinds of election chicanery. I am familiar with that case. That case was a classic ballot harvesting scheme. That's what it was, and it was not dismissed on the merits. It never went anywhere because of a defect in service of process, not because the allegations were ever ruled one way or the other. So I think it's very important to have two commissioners that advocate for their respective organizations, and that's the way the Board of Elections is designed to assure a fair process. I'm confident Ally is the right person for that, and I'm very pleased today. I'm honored today to reappear in the body where I first ran successfully for public office. I enjoyed serving here for 12 years. It's great to be here on this wonderful day for my very dedicated employee, Ally McLean Knight.
Finally, I'd like one last motion to take items 794 and 795 out of order. This is the budget and appropriations. Can I have a motion? Mr. Feeney, a second. Ms. Lakakis. All those in favor of taking those motions out of order? Any opposed? Any abstentions? We will take those two out of order. First, we will deal with 794. Clerk, please read 794.
Adoption of the Albany County budget for fiscal year 2025.
Ms. Willingham.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Tonight, I am happy to say that we are finally reached the point where we have completed the hard work that we have put forward this year as far as this budget is concerned. And I'm proud to say that it's fiscally sound. $850 million we have. We decreased the tax rate in the county, and we March On Initiative, Veterans Facilities Program, and for more than $360,000. And then economic and community development, $4.7 million. So this budget has secured critical funding that is indeed necessary for all Albany County residents. And I believe that this budget should be called a people's budget because it impacts so many different issues that we know that our constituents need. And in the upcoming years ahead, we know that we have to be also vigilant in how we are spending our money and what we vote on to ensure that our people are taken care of. So I stand here tonight hoping that you all, and thank you all for taking such a part. And that includes everyone because it was a lot of work for everyone to participate in. So I hope tonight that everyone will endorse this and be in favor of it. And I just want to congratulate everyone involved for all the hard work that you put into this budget for the constituents that you serve. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Dr. McLaughlin.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just rise to say thank you to the Audit and Finance Committee, particularly our chair, Honorable Wanda Willingham, for the work that they have done once again on the Albany County budget. I don't care what your interests may be, affordable housing, veterans, economic and community development, as was alluded to in her comments. I think there's something there for everyone. And everyone had the opportunity to speak and come forward and make comments about whatever area of the budget piqued their interest. So I just want to thank them again, the leadership of that committee, the committee itself, and for all the members that took the time to come to committee meetings. Because it was, October was a busy month, and all of you had to sacrifice many hours to come and hear about the budget. So I say congratulations to the committee, but also to the legislature itself for understanding the importance of over $800 million budget and making sure that you were a part of the process. So again, I'm happy to support this budget and look forward to us having a very successful year in 2025. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Grimm?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm going to support this budget, and I had to think a little bit about it. The most important aspect from my view is we have a 4% tax cut. I think as a legislator, one of the best things you can do for your constituents is let them keep let them keep more of their money, so they have the freedom to choose how to spend it. On the flip side, the adds and deletion meeting didn't go well. I know from our Republicans on the committee, on the Finance Committee, an hour and 10-minute notice, we made $3 million in changes that night. And what did we get in an hour and 10 minutes? Just line items with 2 or 3 words. 550,000 there, 300,000 there, 250,000. I put a lot of time into studying the budget, and it's really not, that's not the way to proceed to have such short notice. So what I'm hoping is that we agree that we have everyone, Democrats and Republicans alike, the 48-hour notice on these things. I know we have failed in the past, much to my chagrin, and I'm hopeful we can change things because it's only appropriate that every member have adequate time to research the line item and get the appropriate descriptions. So I think that was a big negative thing. But overall, the tax is in place, and we're meeting a lot of critical needs. The county government is where people have no other place to turn, and they turn to us. And we're meeting critical needs, especially mental health, which I think is a homeless problem, it's a crime problem, it's an economic problem. I think we've taken a lead on that. Thank you very much.
Mr. Bergdorf?
Madam Chairwoman, Wanda, great job. Fantastic job. It's not an easy task. It's like trying to herd cats for 2 months. Many of us went through 15, 20 meetings. We all had an opportunity to raise issues. We didn't always agree on everything, but there was a process, and it works. I tend to be on the losing side for more often than not, but you know, you get used to that with time, and you're very gracious in allowing us the ability to say what we believe. I personally, like Mark, there's no way you can vote against a budget with a 4% tax cut. And I'm sort of proud that in my 9 years here, that has happened every year. And I'll give the county executive that. But having said that, this budget is still fat. We all know it. Because every time we want to do something that's not in the budget, we turn in a couple of unused items over here, or don't fill a couple of personnel spots over here, and bingo, before you know it, you got $300,000-$400,000 that you weren't going to spend anyway. That's the way we tend to budget here. But I will ask you, and this is a message to anybody who may be watching, one real development opportunity in the next year. Can we find some money for those audiologists that teach the handicapped kids? These people, you know, we've now heard from them 3 and 4 years in a row. They haven't had, they got a $2 or $3 increase, first time in 31 years, 40 years. Excuse me. It's ridiculous. Maybe we can shake the trees a little bit and help out these people who are helping handicapped kids, so we don't have to have them all pop in here every year and tell us, I can't believe you're not trying to do it. So just a small little opportunity that I hope some forgotten folks who might actually benefit from a little review of their contracting circumstances. And with that, I'm going to probably vote yes tonight.
Thank you. Mr. Reinhardt.
Paul, many times, I'm on the winning side when you're on the losing side, and I'm fine with that. However, I just want to reiterate what Paul just said. I have a disabled daughter. I know what it's like to deal with those challenges. And Paul is absolutely right. The audiologists have come before us many times. They deserve a boost, and I hope that we can figure a way to do that. Thank you.
I also want to compliment Audit and Finance Chairwoman Wanda Willingham for wonderful leadership and stewardship and a very open and dynamic and participatory process. We had more members participating in the budget hearings than we have ever had. I want to compliment all of you who took the time to engage in those meetings. Also want to highlight the special engagement of our committee chairs who also participated. And finally, just also want to just say a big shout out to all of the staff, all of our staff, the chair's staff, the majority staff, the minority staff, the LBC, the clerk's office, all of the staff who contribute mightily to this process, and it really does make things look effortless and also seamless, and we greatly appreciate your service. And just a shout out to the county executive and all of the department heads and our Commissioner of Management and Budget, Dave Riley. I can see him sitting in the ante room for his many hours of work on this budget, which is a sound budget. It's the people's budget, much investment in our communities. It's got so many highlights. The legislature was able to put its stamp on this budget, largely due to a very strong partnership with the county exec and in particular our Commissioner of the Office of Management and Budget, and we greatly appreciate that. I also am delighted by the tax reduction. That also will go far, and I appreciate all of your work in this chamber on this very sound budget. Long roll call, please.
Alex.
Yes.
Beston.
Yes.
Burgdorf.
Yes.
Clary.
Yes.
Collins.
Yes.
Camiso.
Yes.
Conway.
Yes.
Cunningham.
Yes.
Demolowitz.
Yes.
Drake.
Yes.
Epicoro.
Yes.
Ethier. Feeney.
Yes.
Fine.
Yes.
Grimm.
Yes.
Andrew Joyce.
Yes.
Ray Joyce.
Yes.
Kuhn.
Yes.
LaRilliard.
Yes.
Lakakis.
Yes.
Lockhart.
Yes.
Muriello.
Yes.
Mayo.
Yes.
McLaughlin.
Yes.
McLean Lane.
Yes.
Miller.
Aye.
Pearlie,
Yes.
Plasky, Reedy,
Yes.
Reinhardt,
Yes.
Ricard, Robinson, Rosano,
Yes.
Simpson,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Whalen,
Yes.
Willingham.
Yes.
Unanimous.
Congratulations, a unanimous vote on the budget, Resolution 794. Moving on to Resolution 795. Clerk, please read 795.
Appropriation of amounts contained in the 2025 Albany County budget.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes unanimous. Clerk, please read 572 back to previous business.
Requesting the Department of Public Works to conduct a complete street study regarding the intersection of county and municipal roads.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 634, please.
Public hearing on proposed local law number R for 2024, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, amending the Albany County Charter, and local law number 8 for 1993, as amended to incorporate certain units of county government.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 635, please.
Public hearing on proposed local law number S for 2024, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, amending the Albany County Charter, and local law number 8 for 1993, as amended to adjust the monetary threshold of the Board of Contract Administration.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 755.
Authorizing an agreement with DentiServe Dental Services regarding dental services for residents at the Shaker Place Rehabilitation and Nursing Center.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 756.
Authorizing an agreement with Plaza Linen Services regarding residential laundry services for the Shaker Place Rehab and Nursing Center.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 756, please. 7, please. Sorry.
Authorizing an agreement with Adirondack Combustion Technologies for boiler maintenance at the Shaker Place and Nursing Home.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 758.
Amending the 2024 Department of Residential Health Care Facilities budget, administrative adjustments.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 759.
Authorizing agreements with the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services regarding the Aid to Defense Program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 760.
Authorizing an agreement with Thompson Reuters regarding Westlaw Legal Research Services software.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 761.
Amending Resolution number 37 for 2024 regarding the distribution number 14 grant.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 762.
Amending the 2024 District Attorney's Office budget, end-of-year adjustments.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 763.
Authorizing an agreement with One Nation Distribution regarding the purchase of generators to be used at pop-up point of dispensing sites.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 764.
Authorizing an agreement with Veracor regarding the purchase of hospital incident command stations to be used at pop-up point of dispensing sites.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 766.
Authorizing 765.
765, I'm sorry.
Authorizing an agreement with Global Industrial regarding the purchase of a mobile diesel generator to be used at pop-up point of dispensing sites.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 766.
Authorizing an agreement with Cora Group regarding a comprehensive leadership course for the Department of Health.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 767.
Authorizing an agreement with the State University of New York at Albany School of Integrated Health Sciences regarding an internship program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 768.
Amending the 2024 Department of Mental Health budget, overtime, and psychologist section 730 accounts.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes 769.
Authorizing an agreement with the State University of New York at Stony Brook School of Social Welfare regarding an internship program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes 770.
Amending the 2024 Sheriff's Office budget end-of-year adjustments.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes 771, please.
Authorizing a lease agreement with Warehouse Row Realty for space to be used for law enforcement training.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes 772.
Authorizing an agreement with Dell Marketing regarding the purchase of Palo Alto firewalls.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes 773, please.
Authorizing an intergovernmental agreement with New York State regarding an attack surface management solution.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes 774.
Authorizing an intergovernmental agreement with the New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services regarding a cybersecurity risk assessment.
Mr. Joyce?
To note my abstention, please.
Noting your abstention, all those in favor? Any opposed? Unanimous with one abstention. Mr. Joyce, 775.
Amending the 2024 Division of Information Services budget, initiative program and software purchases and services.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes 776.
Authorizing an agreement with Tyler Technologies regarding cloud migration of the county's enterprise resource planning system and purchase of additional human resource modules.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes 777.
Resolution of the County of Albany, New York, adopted December 2nd, 2024, authorizing the execution of a financing agreement by and between the county and the Albany County Pine Hills Land Authority and related agreements in connection with the foregoing.
All those in favor? Oh, Mr. Graham.
Yeah, I'm opposed to this for a variety of reasons. We're talking about $800 million in bonding, or I'm sorry, $80 million in bonding. And the county is going to be holding the bag here. We're responsible for all the expenses. It's just not, I think it's just not a smart way of proceeding on how we manage that area of property. I don't like the idea that this is entirely in the city of Albany, that the county is being asked to finance the whole operation, so I'm opposed.
Go ahead, Mr. Drake.
Thank you. I also oppose this. I mean, my colleague, Vice Chairman Willingham, earlier said it well. She said in the future we must be vigilant in how we spend our constituents' money. And I have to be honest, I don't quite understand the financial impact of these $80 million in bonds. What about the cost of these interest obligations? What about the cost of maintaining these properties over an indeterminate amount of time? I don't understand what the appraised value is unless I missed that somewhere. Are we getting a good deal, a bad deal as a county for our taxpayers? As Mr. Grimm said, why is the remainder of the county being asked to bail out the city of Albany? This is a massive, massive purchase, and quite frankly, doesn't fit with the fiscal, the theme of the evening, which is fiscal prudence and well thought out investments. And, at the end of the day, none of this is in any other district. If you look at the example of the building purchased in the South End for $400,000, it's my understanding you have to tear it down. We didn't do our homework then, and I question whether we're doing our homework now. I don't think this is a good investment for the county residents and constituents, and this merits a lot further study. Frankly, there are private investors that are interested in these properties. Many of them are really, excellent opportunities to be bought on an individual basis. I don't believe that this is our role. Thank you.
Mr. Bergdorf.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. I debated against this in May with Mr. Demolowitz, and my opposition has intensified over the last couple of weeks, because I read a TU story that said the real estate consultant for the property has fielded 1,100 inquiries to buy pieces or components or the entire property, and there were 72 non-disclosure agreements, which means there are all sorts of proposals that are so far along and developed, with financial information being traded back and forth. I think in May, in retrospect, I can understand the frustration of the legislators who live in that compressed area of the city of Albany, and I realize they're a big player in Albany, and nobody knew what the future was going to be. But now, the private capital markets have taken over, and through the bankruptcy court, there are all sorts of private entities that are stepping forward to buy the property. So if that's the case, why is Albany County now wanting to go forward and authorize the issuance of up to $80 million in bonds? Now, this is different than an IDA deal, where actually the bond holders would be ultimately responsible. But in this case, we in Albany County are the bond holders. Our taxpayers in Colony or in Guilderland or in Green Island or in Cohoes are now responsible for that $80 million if we are the successful bidder, and we don't know whether we will be or we won't be. But all of a sudden, the way this is structured, county taxpayers are the piggy bank. So when pipes break on the campus, or snow needs to be plowed, or windows break, or there's a security concern, our taxpayers from around the county are now responsible and on the hook for that. And I just don't think that's necessary, because the capital markets were sorting this out and are sorting this out. And I gotta tell you, the one concern, and I just thought about it earlier this evening, was what if somebody bids $78 million and that's a good deal, but it's not us? We have to go out now, and because we put our prestige and our hubris on the line, do we have to bid $80 million so that we win and a private investor fails? Who's going to decide that? Who's going to decide how far we go in the bidding process? And that's the great unsaid. So rather than risk all this money, I would urge people not to authorize this. I'm going to vote no.
Mr. Demolowitz.
Thank you. And you hit on a lot of it. That the fact is that the courts, the individuals who are private sector who want to pay 75, 70, 80, whatever the bids come in to be, they'll have an opportunity to have it. The county's portion is $80 million. It's just authorized. It doesn't mean you're going to spend it. We authorize bonds all year long, and a lot of bonds get unspent, or they don't get maxed out. So, just because we're authorizing $80 million doesn't mean we're actually going to spend $80 million. We may not get involved at all. A private investor might come in from somewhere, because it's like Mr. Berger's all over the country. They're looking at these properties and bidding and seeing what they can get, and what's the best deal. For me, a representative of the area, the neighborhood, I look at it differently. I want someone who's going to be responsible. I want somebody who's going to be able to take care of the properties. The alliance is doing it now, to answer your question. And all those other questions are now, this is all going through the alliance. So the question is, who's going to best fit within that community? That's my number one concern. I don't need some investment banker from LA coming out here and buying 20 properties on Manning Boulevard or on Madison Avenue. So if we can get somebody to come together, conglomerate, and come in and bid on this, that's the best way to go. But nobody knows how it's gonna end until all the bids come in and the courts look it over and decide, excuse me, how they're gonna appropriate. So that's where we're at. We're authorizing 80 million tonight just to get the bonds. Doesn't mean we're gonna spend 80 million. Thank you.
Long rope, Mr. Reinhardt.
I think that this is a golden opportunity to do something right in the middle of Albany. I want to respond to one thing that Paul said about the NDAs. The fact that you have NDAs does not mean that capital is ready to go and ready to come in. It means there's an interest. I have been involved with many NDAs, wearing another hat. Most of them don't actually lead to anything. They lead to sharing of information, and then it stops. So, yes, the capital markets could be exciting at some point in the future, but I think from our perspective and from the sort of the public sector perspective, you want this, however this reuse happens. It shouldn't be a bunch of disjointed things that don't mesh together well. And I think that's where the authority can play a critical role. And I think that what our role is to make sure that the authority essentially has the lending capacity and has the ability to manage this property until it goes into private hands, whether that's one big entity, which I kind of would like to see makes sense, or it's many. But I think we have a golden opportunity here. The only thing I would say that I'm not taking Mark Grimm's position on this, but I do think we are taking on risk without taking on reward. The reward would be public reward, but if there was a way for, let's say, we end up, the whole thing generates 100 million, not 80 million, 100 million. Is there a way that taxpayers in Albany County could benefit from that? That would be my only thought. And I don't know if that's even possible. But anyway, I think it's a great thing to have this opportunity to make a gem, not a bunch of not poorly maintained housing, whatever. So we need that oversight, and that's why I think we should move forward.
Mr. Epicoro.
Thank you very much, Madam Chairwoman. I just want to make 2 points here, because we're talking about the Pine Hills neighborhood, and I represent a significant part of that neighborhood. Oftentimes, when some legislators speak in this chamber, and it has to do with something that has to do with Albany, the city of Albany, it seems as if the city of Albany is in a different state or a different country. So it seems like people don't regard the city of Albany as being a part of Albany County, or whatever is going on in the city of Albany as being important to the county of Albany. So the Pine Hills neighborhood, and which is this facility that we are discussing today, covers a significant part of the Pine Hills neighborhood. And the Pine Hills neighborhood is in the heart of the city of Albany. The city of Albany is a significant part of the county of Albany. Now, if there is a lot of crime going on in that neighborhood, it's going to affect the whole of the city of Albany. And when that begins to happen, people are going to start to move to your district that you believe are safe from crime or violence. Everybody's going to start moving to different places. So when you have a dilapidated stretch of the entire Western Avenue, that is going to also affect your districts. I mean, Guilderland, Colony, wherever you live at, wherever your house is, your mansion is, they are going to come to your neighborhood. And so people have to start recognizing that whatever goes on in the city of Albany affects whatever goes on in the county of Albany. The second point that I want to make is that, of course, the real estate advisors have received some of these proposals, but they have to be a fallback plan. And that is what this $8 million is for. a fallback plan, just in case, so that we don't have a situation whereby we have a bunch of buildings that are unoccupied and not in the tax roll, and just wasting and become an eyesore, just like that building we are just spending so much money to bring down. So we should vote on this tonight because it is a smart thing for us to do so tonight. Thank you very much.
Mr. Drake?
Just a quick clarification. I think we in other towns welcome City of Albany residents to move there. We don't consider them criminals. But that said, the picture that Mr. Acaporo paints may in fact be true. But why is not the City of Albany responsible for bonding and making this purchase? That's really the point that I was trying to make, not that it doesn't matter to Albany County. But as a large and vibrant city with tremendous resources, you would think the City of Albany would have a direct interest. I think in Colony, the answer would probably be the opposite. They would say, this is a town of Colony initiative. So I think we all represent our different places, and I don't think that my constituents would like to shoulder the burden of the city to be bonding as well. So, thank you. I want to clarify.
Mr. Ethier?
Call for the question.
Long roll call, please.
Alex,
Yes.
Beston,
In favor.
Bergdorf,
Nay.
Clary,
Yes.
Collins, Camiso,
Yes.
Conway,
No.
Cunningham,
Yes.
Demolowitz,
Yes.
Drake,
No.
Alfacoro,
Yes.
Ethier,
Yes.
Feeney,
Yes.
Fine,
Yes.
Grimm,
No.
Andrew Joyce,
Yes.
Ray Joyce,
Yes.
Kuhn,
Yes.
LaRilliard,
Yes.
Lakakis,
Yes.
Lockhart,
No.
Mariello,
No.
Mayo,
Yes.
McLaughlin,
Yes.
McLean Lane,
Yes.
Miller,
Aye.
Hurley,
No.
Pulaski,
Yes.
Reedy,
Yes.
Reinhardt,
Yes.
Ricard,
Aye.
Robinson,
Yes.
Rosano,
Yes.
Simpson,
Yes.
Smith,
No.
Whalen,
No.
Willingham.
Yes.
Have 27 yes, 10 no.
Resolution passes. Please read 778.
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Board of Elections regarding the ballot by mail grant program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 779, please.
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Board of Elections regarding the electronic poll book grant program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 780.
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Board of Elections regarding the 2024 General Election Grant Program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 781.
Authorizing an agreement with NTS Data Services regarding election management system software.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 782.
Authorizing agreements with the New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services regarding the State Homeland Security Program and State Law Enforcement Terrorism Prevention Program grants.
Mr. Joyce?
No abstention, please.
Thank you. All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes with one abstention. 783.
Amending the 2024 Albany County budget, comprehensive opioid stimulant and substance abuse program funding.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 784.
Authorizing an agreement with Trinity Alliance of the Capital Region regarding the law enforcement assisted diversion program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 785.
Amending the 2024 Albany County budget, law enforcement assisted diversion funding.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 786, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Capital Market Advisors regarding American Rescue Plan Act advisory services, amending the 2024 Albany County budget.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 787.
Amending the 2024 Albany County budget, administrative adjustments.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 788.
Authorizing the allocation of American Rescue Plan Act state and local fiscal recovery funds for the Tranche 1 Revenue Replacement Project, amending the 2024 Albany County budget.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 789.
Authorizing a correction to the tax roll for the city of Albany.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 790.
Authorizing the refund of real property taxes in the town of Guilderland.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 791.
Bond authorization for green capital projects.
Please note that there is finalized language this afternoon that is at your desk. All those in favor? Oh, long roll call, sorry.
Alex.
Yes.
Beston.
Yes.
Burgdorf.
Yes.
Clary.
Yes.
Collins.
Yes.
Camiso.
Yes.
Conway.
Yes.
Cunningham.
Yes.
Demolowitz.
Yes.
Drake. Efacoro.
Yes.
Ethier.
Yes.
Feeney.
Yes.
Fine.
Yes.
Graham.
Yes.
Andrew Joyce.
Yes.
Ray Joyce. Abstention. Kuhn.
Yes.
LaRilliard.
Yes.
Lakakis.
Yes.
Lockhart.
Yes.
Mariello.
Yes.
Mayo.
Yes.
McLaughlin. McLean Lane.
Yes.
Miller. Hurley.
Yes.
Plosky.
Yes.
Reedy.
Yes.
Reinhardt.
Absolutely.
Ricard.
Aye.
Robinson.
Yes.
Rosano.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Whalen.
Yes.
Willingham.
Yes.
Unanimous.
Please read 792.
Authorizing an agreement with National Grid Electric Services regarding the installation of a rooftop solar array and electric vehicle charging stations at the MVP Arena parking garage.
Mr. Joyce?
Please note my extension.
Thank you. All those in favor? Any opposed? Unanimous with one abstention. Please read 793, please.
Amending Resolution Number 319 for 2024 regarding the CARES of New York Housing Resources Connection Program and amending the 2024 Department of Economic Development, Conservation and Planning budget.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. We already voted on 794 and 795. 796, please.
Amending the 2024 Coroner's Office budget, end-of-year adjustments.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 797, please.
Authorizing a lease agreement with Broadview Federal Credit Union regarding Suite Number 7 at the MVP Arena.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 798, please.
Authorizing a lease agreement with Toma Hospitality Group regarding restaurant space at the MVP Arena.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 799, please.
Authorizing an agreement with DS Services of America, DBA Primo Water, North America for the supply and delivery of bottled water and water cooler rental at various county facilities.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 800.
Authorizing an agreement with National Business Technologies regarding the lease and maintenance of 36 copiers for various county departments.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 801.
Authorizing the sale of surplus road millings at market rate.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 802.
Authorizing an agreement with Tyler Technologies regarding the purchase of permit and work authorization tracking software, amending the 2024 Department of Public Works budget.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 803,
Authorizing an agreement with Cretan Manning Engineering regarding design and construction inspection services for the Alcove Road over Hannah Creek Bridge Replacement Project.
all those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 804,
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Department of Transportation regarding design and right-of-way management services for the South Albany Road over Onesquethal Creek Bridge Replacement Project.
all those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 805,
Authorizing an agreement with Prime Highway Contractors regarding construction services for the Coal Hill Road over Fox Creek Bridge Replacement Project.
all those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 806,
Authorizing an agreement with Greenman Peterson regarding design and right-of-way services for the South Albany Road over Onesquethal Creek Bridge Replacement Project.
all those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 807,
Authorizing agreements with Robert H. Finkel and Sons regarding the purchase of an excavator and with Tracy Road Equipment regarding the purchase of 3-wheel loaders and amending the 2024 Department of Public Works budget.
all those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 808,
Amending the 2024 Department of Public Works budget, special equipment.
all those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 809,
Amending the 2024 Water Purification District budget, overtime.
all those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 810,
Amending the 2024 Water Purification District budget, insurance reimbursements for emergency repairs.
all those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. Please note that 811, 812, and 813, that there is more information that was provided after the Public Works Committee meeting for those items, and that information is at your desk. Please read 811.
Amending resolution number 520 for 2022 regarding electrical contracting services for the Capital District Juvenile Detention Facility.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 812.
Amending resolution number 521 for 2022 regarding plumbing contracting services for the Capital District Juvenile Detention Facility.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 813.
Amending resolution number 522 for 2022 regarding mechanical contracting services for the Capital District Juvenile Detention Facility.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 814.
Amending resolution number 519 for 2022 regarding general contracting services for the Capital District Juvenile Detention Facility.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 815.
Amending the 2024 Water Purification District budget, electric expenses.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 816.
Authorizing an agreement with Linkwell regarding the purchase and installation of electric vehicle charging stations at Albany County facilities.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 817.
Authorizing utility easements with Niagara Mohawk Power Corporation and Verizon New York regarding the installation of utilities on property located at 293 Lossing Lake Road in the town of Clemens.
Mr. Joyce? Thank you. All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes with one abstention. 818.
Authorizing an agreement and amending the 2024 Department of Social Services budget, New York State Shelter Arrears Eviction Forestallment Program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 819.
Authorizing agreement with various Albany County municipalities for the provision of youth bureau services.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 820.
Authorizing the submission of a grant application to the New York State Office of Children and Family Services regarding the provision of behavioral health and child protective services.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 821.
Authorizing agreements regarding the Children's Advocacy Center.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 822.
Adopting the proposed modifications to Agricultural District Number 2.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 823, please.
Public hearing on proposed local law number T for 2024, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, amending Chapter 288 of the Albany County Code, establishing a minimum passing distance for motor vehicles.
We're going to refer that to the Law Committee and also Public Safety Committee. 824, please.
Please, add me to that.
Mr. Afshikoro added, and I think Mr. Reinhardt wanted to be added as well. Anyone else? Okay, 824.
Appointment of representatives from Albany County to the Capital District Regional Planning Commission.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 825, please.
Appointment of a member of the legislature to the Albany County Jury Board.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 826, please.
Amending the 2024 Albany County Budget Juvenile Justice Program.
Ms. Willingham?
Thank you very much. I rise to speak on this. We know that during COVID, there was a lot that was lost in regards to our young people. I mean, we had kids at that time that should have been entering kindergarten and preschool that still right now are so far behind. I've had plenty of conversations with family court judges in regards to the issues that confront them with our young people that are come before them each and every day. And one of the things that they complain about and they're heartbroken about is the fact that they do not have proper programmatic issues in which they could move our young people into. They don't have the proper resources to move these young people to. They don't have resources where they can send these young people instead of just sending them back out on the street. Raise the Age, we know, has created certain problems. And this right here is one thing that I believe that we're going to take this money in collaboration with the Sheriff's Department, Children, Youth, and Family Services, and also Family Court, and be able to talk about ways in which, instead of sending these kids back out on the street, we're going to now be shepherding them into programs where it's going to benefit them. Pre-workforce development. But not only that, a lot of these kids need counseling, and that we know we are short-staffed as far as that is concerned right now, all over the county. And so I'm asking that you all would vote for this, because it's going to bring together stakeholders, not only in the court system, but in the school system, the youth bureau, the dollars that are already being spent towards this, but that we need a collaborative effort. And the judges are the ones who are confronted with this every single day. This money is going to be well spent on putting together programming and talking to the people who actually have to deal with these kids every single day. And so I ask that you think about this money and what we're going to do with it. And to tell you the truth, we're either, you've got to use it or we're going to lose it as far as the information that I got on it. So the sheriff has agreed to allow this money to be put into Children, Youth, and Family Services to be used for programming for young people that come through the criminal justice system. So I ask tonight that you would just please support this.
Ms. Lockhart?
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I agree we need to do better. I guess I would like to ask you, Madam Chairman, if we could move this to committee for discussion, because simply taking $100,000 some don't know. I've always been an advocate that we should look at the bigger picture of what really works, and I try hard to get some numbers about that, what works and what doesn't. And I think this body has a lot of information on what works. So before we just vote on taking $100,000, I understand it's out of some utility lines, and I'm not just sure what you're doing here. Talking about that $100,000 for programs, I'd be interested to know what specific programs you're talking about. And that's not against it, and I support the idea of doing this, but I've seen over the many years that I've worked here and other places, we do more programs, and we don't look at what we're doing wrong. So I just would like to see it maybe in committee, and us to talk about it a little bit further, about what your vision really is. So I'm asking the chair to move to committee.
Thank you. Mr. Joyce, did you have a comment?
Yeah, I know family court's overwhelmed, but I know the sheriff's office, and the family services being involved, like to get it as
Mr. Fine?
I would also like to add.
Two. We're going to add Fine, Epicoro, Joyce, Jamalowitz, pretty much Simpson,
Who don't want it?
Cleary, Reed, someone write these down? Weston, Gill, I think Carolyn, you had your hand up. Jackus, Weston, Cleary, Larillier, Dustin, okay, we got you. Okay, Conway. Put your name on it. Okay, so, William Rosado. You want to talk? Okay. So we have two speakers. Anyone else have their hand up to speak? Okay, we'll go with Mr. Bergdorf and then Mr. Furley.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Wanda, may I ask you a question? Can you tell me how something like this would benefit youth in Colony? I mean, I realize what you're trying to do, but you're talking about the sheriff, you're talking about family court, you're talking about children and families, and we're talking about $100,000. And I kind of echo Patty's concerns, like what are we going to do, and how is that going to help everybody countywide?
Okay, all right, so let me say this. I didn't mention any particular neighborhood. I didn't mention any particular city. There are children in Colony that wind up in family court also. There's so many different needs that cross. I think they come from Gilbert, they come from Colony, they come from Queens, they come from Bern, they come from all over. Race and age has affected the county as a whole. And the issue here is the fact that the judges do not have proper programming to send these kids to. And so what do? And what is the complaint? We're sending them back out on the street. Okay? And that is a huge complaint that I've heard from some of you in here. Okay? And so, rather than to lose the money, okay, the sheriff has said, okay, I'll allow this money to go to Children, Youth, and Family Services. Yes, we're going to set up, I've already been in touch with people from the school system, the hall monitors, okay, what do they call them, the homeschool coordinators, okay. I've talked to people from the DA's office that are very much interested in this. So the criminal justice system realizes that there are things that we need to come together on, and we can put this together to make all of these different programs that we do have, put them together so the judges have something that they can use, because they're saying that they don't. This money is going to be devoted to that process to try to pull all of these different programs together, and also we're looking at some kind of a leadership program for these kids, but it also allows them an opportunity to see there's other things that they can do. Okay? And the counseling piece is huge too. all of this tonight. That would be stupid of me to try to stand up here and convince you of that. But I do know that this would be money that is well spent. So I'm asking for your support to do this, and I can't give you the whole program tonight. I'm not gonna try. It's impossible.
Mr. Purley?
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I think on its face, the need appears quite obvious, but I think the problem is the floor of this body is not the place to go into the specifics of a particular program. We have a committee structure in regular order, and as a member of the Social Services Committee, we constantly review similar type programs in which the expenditure from the county's perspective is actually quite a bit less than $100,000. But yet we're asked here tonight to transfer $100,000 into a undefined program. With all due respect to Ms. Willingham and the great credibility she has, I think this is a departure from regular order that would set a very troubling precedent. So I don't think I can support this.
Ms. Lockhart?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Maybe I can, Ms. Willingham, if you can clarify, is this out of, you said it right, raise the age has been a problem, okay, to say the least. The state didn't give us money for raise the age for programs, as was promised in the legislation with raise the age. It didn't come through, and Ms. Willingham is absolutely right. The judges don't have resources. One, are you talking about that age group, the 16 and 17-year-olds that are affected by raise the age, that are now in family court? The programs for them specifically? Because that's a little bit different, which I commend you, but it kind of makes me mad, not you, at the state, because they didn't provide the funds that they were supposed to provide to the counties for programs for those kids of raise the age. So the judges really do not have, you're right. And maybe are you trying to fill a gap that should have been filled by somebody else?
I use raise the age as an example.
Yeah, okay.
From the complaints that, I've heard from many of you here, okay? But I only use that as one example.
Okay.
What I'm really talking about is the issue that those family court judges have talked about for a number of years now. But the biggest complaint is that they don't have the resources to channel these kids to, okay? Again, I am not going to solve this tonight. I've already spoken with people who are willing to come to the table to put together those programs that are out there, and then in collaboration with the courts, try to move this forward. And this $100,000 is just something that will, I think, be very well spent in trying to make that happen. But I don't have all the answers tonight. I do not have all the answers tonight. But I know that this money is something that is going to be well spent. I want to call for.
Long roll call, please. Do you
Alex?
have something that wasn't already raised?
I do, because for one of the first times in one of these meetings, I have no clue what's going on here. No, I'm being honest.
We have a long
What
roll
are we
call on
spending the
resolution
money on?
826.
Can't anyone
Alex.
answer that question?
Yes.
I don't understand why that's unreasonable, Chairwoman.
Baston?
Yes.
Bergdorf?
I gotta tell you, I'm so fuzzy on this, I'm voting no. I think, quite candidly, the will is there, but if anybody thinks that for $100,000, we are going to solve any problems, and we don't know how we're going to spend the money, who the gatekeeper is, whether it's the courts, children, youth, and families, and it seems like this is just seed money, because everybody thinks that now we have to step into the lurch because the state didn't
Mr.
make
Bergdorf,
good.
what is your vote, please?
My vote's no.
Thank you.
Clary?
Yes.
Collins? Camiso?
Yes.
Conway?
No.
Cunningham?
Yes.
Malowitz?
Yes.
Drake?
No.
Afakoro?
Yes.
Ethier?
Yes.
Feeney?
Yes.
Fine,
Yes.
Grimm,
No.
Andrew Joyce,
Yes.
Ray Joyce,
Yes.
Cone,
Yes.
LaRilliard,
Yes.
Lakakis,
Yes.
Lockhart,
No.
Mariello,
No.
Mayo,
Yes.
McLaughlin,
Yes.
McLean Lane,
Because I trust the Office of Children and Youth and Family Services, our Sheriff's Department, and also our family court judges to do this in their best judgment. Yes.
Miller,
Aye.
Hurley,
No.
Pulaski,
Yes.
Reedy,
Yes.
Reinhardt,
Yes.
Ricard,
Aye.
Robinson,
Yes.
Rosano,
Yes.
Simpson,
Yes.
Smith,
No.
Whalen,
No.
Willingham.
Yes.
27 yes, 10 no.
Resolution passes. Please read 827.
Public hearing on proposed local law number U for 2024, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, providing for a change in the salary of a county officer during their term of office.
We're going to refer this to the Law Committee. 828, please.
Establishing a standard workday for retirement reporting purposes.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. We've done 829. 830, please.
Authorizing and directing the Board of Elections to certify its expenses regarding the 2023 election cycle.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 832, please.
Amending resolution number 753 for 2024.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. We're on to the local laws. We are tabling local law J. This was delivered to the governor today, so we will do it at our next meeting. Local law O, please.
A local law of the County of Albany, New York, amending Chapter 242 of the Albany County Code to prohibit the sale of camouflage vaping devices in Albany County.
Long roll call, please. Oh, Mr. Joyce?
I thought it was entered as sponsor pay, right? Please.
Yep, we'll add Mr. Joyce, Mr. Demolowitz. Yep, Mr. Robinson, Mr. Camiso, Ms. LaRilliard, Mr. Reedy, Mr. Reinhardt, Ms. Rosano. I think Mr. Ethier is joining the party. Ms. Plotsky, Mr. Cleary, Mr. Mayo, Mr. Beston, Ms. Lakakis. Okay, Mr. Ricard and Mr. Feeney.
How about everybody?
Okay, long roll call.
Alex,
Yes.
Beston, Bergdorf,
Yes.
Clary, Collins, Camiso, Conway, Cunningham,
Yes.
Demolowitz, Drake, Afakoro, Ethier, Feeney, Fine,
Yes.
Grimm,
Yes.
Andrew Joyce, Ray Joyce, Coon, LaRilliard,
Yes.
Lakakis,
Yes.
Lockhart. Lockhart,
Yes.
Mariello, Mayo,
Yes.
McLaughlin, McLean Lane,
Yes.
Miller,
Resoundingly aye.
Purley,
Yes.
Pulaski, Reedy,
Yes.
Reinhardt,
Yes.
Ricard, Robinson, Rosano,
Yes.
Simpson, Smith, Whalen,
Yes.
Willingham.
Yes.
Unanimous.
Oh, unanimous?
Yes.
We're going to go back to local law J for 1 second. I am going to ask for a motion to table it. Mr. Demolowitz, is there a second? Mr. Feeney, all those in favor of tabling local law J? Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Local law number T, we are going to refer to the Law Committee and the Public Safety Committee. Local law number U, we will refer to the Law Committee. We do have a Rule 11 at your place. This relates to the distribution of the mortgage recording taxes. Can I have a motion to invoke Rule 11? Mr. Feeney, a second. Ms. McLean Lane, motion second. All those in favor of invoking Rule 11? Aye. Any opposed? The motion to invoke Rule 11 is passed. Clerk, please read Resolution 833.
Authorizing the distribution of mortgage taxes for the period April 1, 2024 through September 30th, 2024.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Resolution passes. Is there a motion to adjourn? Mr. Miller, seconded by Mr. Malowitz. All those in favor? Aye. We are adjourned.